First PUC English Chapter 3 Around a Medicinal Creeper. Around a Medicinal Creeper additional question and answer. I find out the correct and appropriate answers for the questions. Question 1. How long it took for the author to learn the facts of the medicinal creepers? A. 5 years. B. 10 years. C. 20 years. Answer. C. 20 years. Question 2. Who brought the medicinal plants first? A. Sana. B. Mara. C. Mara's wife. D. M. Krishna. Answer. A. Sana. Question 3. The disease Krishna is affected with is A. Blood clot. B. Piles. C. Kidney failure. Answer. B. Piles. Question 4. The medicinal creeper is used as A. Antibiotic. B. Curing any medicines. C. Resisting the overgrowth. Answer. A. Antibiotic. Question 5. The reason for losing the potency of the Indians' medicines is A. Indian medicines are extinct. B. Not proper research on Indian medicines. C. Proper study for the education of Indian medicines. Answer. A. Indian medicines are extinct. Answer the following questions. Question 1. How did Krishna get cured his piles? Answer. Krishna ground the root of the medicinal root and drank it with milk. Within a day his piles improved. He was completely cured in 5 days. Question 2. Who is Malayali Sadhu? Answer. Malayali Sadhu is a godman. Around a medicinal creeper comprehension I. Question 1. What did Mara do when they found the creeper? Answer. Mara caught hold of one of the tendrils and tied it to a nearby tree. Question 2. Mention the curse about the medicinal plant. Answer. The curse was that when someone needed that plant, they would not find it. Question 3. What surprised the white man? Answer. Mara held his wounded hand carefully so that it would not shake too much and went to the white man at Hulihindulu for proper dressing and treatment. The white man got out his first aid kit, cotton, medicines, antibiotic powder, etc., opened the bandage, and removed the leaf. There was no blood, no wound, in fact no sign of any wound having been there. He really surprised the white man. Question 4. How did the mangoose and cowcal cure themselves of snake bite? Answer. When they go hunting snakes, if they are bitten by poisonous snakes, they immediately chew this leaf and thus cure themselves. Question 5. Why had Mara lost his teeth on the right side? Answer. Mara was aged and perhaps they had fallen off naturally. Question 6. What did Mara's wife find on opening the packet of meat? Answer. Mara's wife found there was a live wild duck. Question 7. What happened when the milk was mixed with the juice of the creeper's leaves? Answer. The milk became hard when the milk was mixed with the juice of the creeper's leaves. Question 8. When would the medicines lose their potency according to the belief of native doctors? Answer. Because of this belief, India's native medicinal systems are on the verge of extinction. Around a medicinal creeper comprehension 2. Question 1. How long did it take the narrator to learn the facts about the medicinal creeper? What does it signify? Answer. It took almost 20 years for the narrator to learn the facts about the medicinal creeper. He analyzed and made research on all the real facts of the creepers. Question 2. What does the incident of Mara's wife throwing the leaves into fire tell us about Indians in general? Answer. Indians in general are the believers of the superstitions, black magic, and witchcraft, etc. Mara's wife might have frightened to see the wild buck instead of meat. She also thought of the power of the leaves. The meat becomes an animal. So she burnt the leaves in fire. Question 3. How was Krishna cured of his illness? Answer. Krishna, when stopped working in the estate some time ago and he was driving a rickshaw, and he changed his job, he started passing block with his tools. Now it had become more serious and he was tired, breathless and wheezing. I know he must be having piles. As far as I knew, the only allopathic treatment for piles was surgery. He went to the hospital and the doctors there advised him surgery. Krishna went to the god man under whom he got his earlier treatment. Krishna ground this root and drank it with milk. Within a day his piles improved. He was completely cured in 5 days. Around a medicinal creeper comprehension 3. Question 1. Do you think the author is suggesting that Indian herbal medicine is better, safer than allopathic medicine? Support your view. Answer. The Indian herbal medicine is better and safer than allopathic medicine. It does not give any side effects. Traditionally, the Indian herbal system is very famous. People use systematically and progressively to find out the new medicines so as to cure chronic diseases. The ancient Himalayas had plenty of medicinal plants which we can find it even today. Not only the Himalayas but the other Indian mountains and hill stations have the very useful and medicinal herbs which can cure many challenging diseases in the medical field. Scientifically, it is proved that allopathic medicine has a lot of side effects. It is full of chemicals and poisonous. Question 2. What has made the modern man lose the knowledge of traditional medicine? Do you think Ayurveda will make a comeback in a successful way? Answer. Ayurveda, an ancient scientific system of medicine, originated from India. The life science, where the principles 85 methodology are described to know the quantum and status of social as well as personal health. All ancient civilizations have developed their own medicinal systems to cope up with illnesses which also reflect their social status, beliefs and practices. Some of them are practiced in their regions like Ayurveda, Chinese, Unani etc. Among them, Ayurveda and Chinese have worldwide presence. In the 21st century, the reductionist approach of modern medicine, treating the symptoms or treating a finding revealed by high-tech, high-cost investigations, as against the integral approach of Ayurveda, and secondly, inability to treat lifestyle-generated diseases and other complicated disorders like rheumatoid arthritis, cancer, diabetes, asthma, AIDS, autoimmune disorders, and other lifestyle-generated disorders, viral disorders, genetic diseases and side effects of modern medicines lured the patients and compelled the scientists around the world to find alternate way from Ayurveda and other alike medicines. Question 3. Our natural resources are our vital resources. Explain the statement in the light of several developmental projects that are being promoted today. Answer. Human need is not uniform all over the world. Over the years, they have grown and become more complex with the progress of human society. In very developed societies, people use a variety of products, which are highly processed. On the other hand, in developing countries, the consumption of processed items is much less, while primitive communities like the Pygmies in Africa hardly use any processed items. The level of technology also influences the utilization of resources. For example, the prairies of C.P.C. Digest. North America were inhabited by the American Indians who used the prairies as hunting grounds. Later, when the European settlers arrived, they used the prairies for agriculture. Today, the prairies are famous for the cultivation of wheat and the rearing of animals on a commercial basis. The value of the resource changes with time. For example, water was used by early man purely for his personal needs. As time went on, water was used by humans for agricultural purposes, namely irrigation. Later, water was also used as a means of transportation, and humans built boats to travel on water. Nowadays, water is also used to generate electricity. According to Walter Young-Quist, during periods of economic growth, supply demands on a resource will typically rise due to increasing consumption from not only population growth but also higher living standards and the increased uses found for a given resource. Around a Medicinal Creeper summary in English. The story Around a Medicinal Creeper, written by Purnachandra Tejasvi, speaks about the medicinal creeper of the ancient time. It took 20 years to know the fact of the plant. Once they needed some creeper to erecting a bamboo frame, so they sent Sannappa to get some creepers from the forest. He brought a whole bundle. Among them there was a medicinal creeper. So Mara scolded Sanna for bringing the unwanted creeper. Sanna replied that it was a medicinal creeper. There was plenty of it in the forest. Mara eagerly went out to the forest with Sanna. When Sanna showed the plant, Mara caught hold of one of the tendrils and tied it to a nearby tree. Sanna asked why he did so. Mara said that it had been cursed by a sage. The curse was that when someone needed that plant, they would not find it. So when you wanted the search for it. That is why, when you find it, you must immediately tie to a nearby plant so that it will be lying there, explained Mara. One day Mara had gone to the forest to bring some bamboo shoots home. With his hands thrust through the bamboo cane when he was cutting the shoot, he accidentally cut his hand. The sharp sickle had apparently cut an artery, and it started bleeding copiously in spurts. Someone brought some leaf, pressed it against the wound and bandaged it with a cloth torn from one of their lungis. When Mara went for the proper treatment, the white man opened the bandage and removed the leaf. It's a surprise that there was no blood, no wound, in fact no sign of any wound having been there. There is another story the narrator tells, is that Krishna, who is the erstwhile farmhand, had piles struggled a lot seriously. Krishna took the root of the medicinal root, mixed it with milk and drank the medicine for 5 days. He was completely cured. One of the problems of why these native medicinal methods are not grown up is that the native doctors believe that if they told others about their medicines, the medicines would lose their potency. Due to this superstition, India's native medicinal systems are on the verge of extinction.